The following Let's Play has been rated not safe for young children. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, mwahahaha! Hello everyone, welcome back to this game. So, in the last episode, I was here in the training center trying to fight in this arena because, well, that's the sort of thing you do in RPGs, fight in arenas. Well, I wound up losing, which would normally not be a big deal, and I decided last episode, it's no big deal, but I have since changed my mind. First off, this is the training center. You would not expect to get an actual game over from a place called the training center. You would expect that once you die, well, you'd be able to continue the game with a slap on your wrist or something. I don't know, maybe you lose some of your gold. But not a game over. More than that, though, these are supposed to be holograms. If these are holograms, then by all logic, this being a training center, you would be able to... if you're in danger of dying, you would think that they would turn the holograms off and heal you. They heal you between every battle anyway. From a gameplay perspective, it especially sucks because you don't expect to be actual death here. It's a training center, these are holograms, you would expect that, like I said, if you wind up losing, that's okay, you still get to continue the game. What if you forgot to save the game recently? You figure, well, I didn't save the game, but whatever, this is the training center, I'm not going to... If I lose, no big deal. I mean, sure, I was planning on resetting anyway, but somebody else might not have. Anyway, in the last episode, from that boss fight we fought, we both gained a level. We are now at level 2, so I figure I'd give the training center another shot. Perhaps get some... You know, I think that I'll have a better chance of winning, essentially. Once again, I wound up... Well, actually, I didn't... Well, anyway, I rested at the inn right before coming here, even though I didn't need to, because you get healed anyway. If any of you play this game, keep that in mind. The guy here heals you. I guess he doesn't have much of a choice but to go after the gargoyle. Okay, now the miss rate is starting to get annoying. It's definitely seeming a lot more like RPG Maker. Let's see, we got Icicle and we got Guardian Force. I'm not sure Guardian Force will be helpful considering two of these guys cast magic. Well, let's get rid of these guys anyway, or get rid of these guys right now because, you know, getting hit by magic kind of hurts. For example, here we get hit by the Icicle, which does 18 damage. It's not so bad now, but at level 1 that kind of hurt. Also, that kind of hurt. And also we have this. Maybe I should go after the guy in back instead. In this case, I think maybe I will go ahead and spend whatever amount of HP this costs. We got 91, it goes to 83, so it costs 8 HP. Oh good, we slowed him down. Well, I'm not sure that'll have much effect, but... whatever. What was the name of that enemy? Snake? I guess it was Snake. Well, now you all know how much HP it has. Something I was wondering, even though... Are you kidding me? So enemies can get critical hits. Well, I was going to find out what would happen if Lester cast his healing spell, because I noticed that whenever he casts Icicle, it causes more damage than what the amount in the stat shows, so I'm wondering if it's kind of the same for healing spells. It's been a while, I kind of forgot. Is that the first time we hit this guy? 18. And 24. I'm gonna lose again, aren't I? Yep, I was hoping that guy would die just then, but no such luck. I'm certain I could win this fight if I, for one thing... Wow, that guy's really good at getting critical hits. I'm certain that I could win against in this fight if I, you know, had better luck, didn't miss so much, and target the guy in back first. So, I'm gonna try that again. I'll meet you back in that fight. Alright, we're back here, and before we enter this battle, I noticed something interesting. You see at the upper left where it says Training Center? Look, pay attention to the style of the box there. Enemies perform their animations, all the stats come on screen. First off, I find it interesting that it's important. Our location is important enough that it even shows it in battle. But on top of that, the box is in a different style, which makes it especially important that we're still in the training center while we're in battle. I just find that kind of interesting that they would have multiple styles. I guess they make it a different style so that you can't mix it up with the names of spells or something, but still, why have our location named to begin with? Alright, so, well, we can't do anything about those guys in back. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, yeah, I can do something about the guys in back, just not with a physical attack. I was really hoping that would kill it. It's probably safe to say that this attempt will go better. Boy, they sure do like focusing on Lester. Like, seriously. I wonder when we're getting our third party member. Will we have 3 party members? Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll have 3 party members. See? Missing. It's annoying. Well, I'm going to get rid of the other Wisp, and then I'm going to hopefully find out whether I heal 15 HP, or if I heal more than 15 HP. If it happens to be 15 HP, that's actually not very good, because look at that, I'm taking more than 15 damage. If it turns out Lester winds up dying in this fight, no big deal. Although that's really annoying. Why is RPG Maker 3's hit ratio so annoying? Alright, let's see. How much does this heal? 15. That's not good. So I'm probably not actually going to use his healing spell unless I want to save items. However, odds are I'm probably not going to want to save items. You know what? No, wait. This is a skill attack. It's probably going to be inaccurate anyway. Whatever. I have the HP. At least it hit this time. Anyway, odds are I'm not going to want to worry about saving items because you get so many in this game, the inventory fills up fast anyway. And I want to be able to use my items rather than have to toss new ones away. So, I'm probably not going to make much use of his magic ability. Otherwise, yeah, I would use it outside of battle. Congratulations, you've cleared the beginner level. Come on back when you're ready to try again as an intermediate. So we don't even get a beginner's prize? That's kind of lame. Do we get healed? Well, at least we got healed. Do these people say anything different? No, they do not. Anyway, head outside. The loading was taking a bit longer than I would expect. And, hey look, it's foggy. Now it's time to bring you up to speed. In the last episode, if you recall, what was that guy just now doing? Whatever. If you recall, at the end of the last episode, we defeated a demon and somehow that resulted in the world being covered by fog. Or maybe it's an unrelated event. In any case, we're kind of lost, we don't know what to do. So we're just going to wander around and talk to random townsfolk until we find somebody who progresses the story. All of a sudden, the air became thick with fog. I can hardly see a thing. It's not that bad. I mean, I was able to get back to the town pretty easily. But then I kind of knew where it was. All I had to do was walk forward from the exit of the cave. I wonder what this new curse means for us. That you're not going to be able to see too well, which I guess is not a whole lot different than the curse that we had here before. Who else is going to say something different? I do not know what new plague has fallen upon us. If you seek answers to your questions, I suggest heading for the capital city of Sant Arte and asking the king. Where's that? Maybe somebody else will tell us. We were all surprised when this fog enveloped the town. I assume it's taken over all of the lakeside, but I'm too afraid to leave town to find out. You know, it's nice that these people are saying something different compared to the previous town where they didn't care that the sun came back. Auk! I was going to head back to my village before this ominous fog rolled in. I guess I'm stuck here in lake countryside for a while. I wonder if this has anything to do with the chaos. Speaking of this guy, apparently Smurf told me that the item that he was looking for doesn't come until later in the game, so it doesn't matter that I wasted all my time trying to find the item. If you're trying to reach the king in Sant Arte, you'll have trouble finding your way in this fog. The city can only be reached by going through a passage located south of the rock Sant Arte stands upon. Unless you have a boat, that is. Thankfully, I know where that is. The tunnel, not some boat. I don't think there are no boats in RPG Maker 3. I missed the person. The person was over here. The capital city of Sant Arte is quite a long way from Ionith. It sits on a lonely island in the middle of lake countryside. They say it was built there so that the king could rest eyes over the entire kingdom. I wonder if that bird guy is going to be a party member. Anyway, we know our next destination. I know where it is. You all remember where the first dungeon was, those ancient ruins? We're going to be heading near there, and then the tunnel to the next place should be north, I guess. From there, I don't know. I'll meet you near that temple place. Actually, you know, I think Smurf purposely made it so that whenever you exit these places once the fog rolled in, you're automatically pointed in the correct direction. You're supposed to go to the next place you're supposed to check. You know that sky, the mountains? Wait, come on, give me a better view. There. That stands out. That's RPG Maker 3's fault because of the fog. But, my gosh. Anyway, we basically just need to cross this strait here. I think it's just called a strait. Is it called a strait? Actually, yeah, this is... right over there's the ancient temple. So, I guess I could have just edited this out. For some reason, I thought I was heading onto that strait right over there. Anyway, the tunnel we're supposed to go through is... probably straight right ahead. Maybe it is a good thing that I wandered around the area because I'm able to know where this tunnel is. I know that castle I saw was on a island where you can't reach it except for a tunnel. And I know where the tunnel is. I have a general idea where the tunnel is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Head inside the tunnel, which is simply enough called Passage. I guess it doesn't really need a real name. Interesting song choice. You know, whenever you turn around and look towards the entrance of a cave, you aren't forced into a menu saying go down or go into. So why do you have to be forced into a menu whenever you turn to look at stairs? Once again, an issue with RPG Maker 3 that cannot be helped. Are there going to be enemies in here? Do I want to know? Well, actually I would want to know if it turns out that there aren't any enemies in here, because this would make this trek pretty easy. However, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to wind up encountering something. By the way, in the last episode, I pointed out a glitch where, for some reason, you can select spells that you haven't learned yet. They don't actually do anything, they have no names. In fact, I'll be able to show you right here. Do we have a new enemy? I'm sure we have a new enemy. We have... no, we don't have a new enemy. I don't think. Unless that's a new wasp, but I doubt it. K-Spirit, Hornet... Did we find cave spirits before? Yeah, we found cave spirits before. So I'm wasting your time. Let's just skip ahead to after the battle. Kinda silly of me to forget that we fought cave spirits in the last episode. Also, I wound up forgetting to tell you about show you the glitch where you you can choose spells that you haven't already learned. Well, whatever. Those of you who have seen the last episode know what I'm talking about. Hey, look, we're going to find something. Hey, Rothgar, take a look at this. What is it? Wait, it's a treasure chest. What is it? Looks like a key. Oh my. Rothgar, is this the key to the locked door in the ancient ruins? I don't know, but it looks like it could be. Well, how can you tell? There is no indication that that key would go to... How do you know it goes to that door in particular? What's more, if it is, why would it be randomly laying here in a treasure chest in the middle of this tunnel? Don't you think somebody would have found it by now? I think we should go back to ruins and see if we can explore it further with this. Okay then, let's go. Really? So we're not going to move on to the next town? Anyway, yeah, that glitch I mentioned, it cannot be helped. It's RPG Maker 3's own fault. If there is a way to fix it, I don't know how, because I don't actually use RPG Maker 3. Hooray! This one stood out! The thing about the breakable walls is, if you look down here, the breakable wall actually sticks out just a bit from the rest of the wall. You can't really tell unless you look closely. And for places other than like this cave, For example, buildings. Buildings, the breakable walls don't stand out at all. If they do stand out, I don't know how. So we're fighting those blue gargoyle things here, huh? Makes sense since we opened the chest from the back. Didn't expect that to be possible. I didn't even know it was... Why do you have this facing away from the door? Oh, maybe you just couldn't tell. No, wait, of course you can tell whenever you're placing objects. It has an arrow showing you which way they're facing. Anyway, it makes sense that we're fighting those guys since we're level 2 now. Wooden shield, isn't that weaker than what we already got? No, it's exactly what we already got. Which means I have space for 2 items left. I am just going to go ahead and head to the next town anyway. Assuming that... I'm able to enter the next town. Well, that battle kind of hurt. Does he not have any healing herbs? You know, it probably would have helped that I remembered to sell the gold ring while I was at the last town. Probably would have helped that I actually bought some healing items too. Is that it? That's only... Well, unless I use one of these elixirs, whichever one is the one that heals party members. I don't want to do that. Oh well, guess I'm using magic after all. At least it doesn't cost much HP. MP, whatever. At this point, I'm really hoping that the next town is actually open. Because it would kind of suck if it turned out that I went all the way through this cave, only to find out that I can't actually go into the next town. This seems familiar. Didn't I already go through here? Wait a sec. Which way do I go? Well, this will at least a treasure chest. That's fine by me. Oh, it's a green elixir. Oh, and there's a yellow elixir. And what do they do? Well, one of them was the one we already found before. Stores 50 HP and heals 50 MP. You know what? I'm almost out of room for items. I might as well use magic herb. I did not expect this tunnel to be as long as it actually is. Also, I'm wondering if there are... Oh hey, there's the exit. Yay! I'm wondering if there are any other breakable walls that I somehow missed, because as you could tell from that last one, even though it slightly stood out because of where I was coming from, yeah, apparently there are going to be hidden walls that are not pointed out, which kind of sucks. What also sucks is it appears we can't actually go into the castle town. Is there a particular reason? You need to return to the ancient ruins. Well, there's a reason, but is there a logical reason? I guess perhaps we'll get to the ancient ruins, defeat some demon there, and it'll turn out that defeating that demon removes the fog and the castle town will reopen once the fog is cleared. Because they're afraid of fog. And yet they know what fog is. So, does fog happen often or not? Is there something special about this fog that freaks them out? Maybe it just appeared suddenly, like without explanation, all of a sudden there's fog. Anyway, I'll meet you back at the ancient ruins. Oh wait, never mind, here's a breakable wall. With a save point. I really hope I don't die from this battle, because I have not saved since starting this episode. Although now that I think about it, I could have just as easily saved on the world map. Party was fully healed, so this is one of those heal points that you talked about, huh? Well, it's nice that you put that there in case somebody did go all the way to the next town and find out that you can't go into the next town and are forced to return. But why would you hide a save point? I mean, of all the things that you'd want to hide, that seems like the thing you'd least likely want to hide. I hope you don't do that in the final dungeon. I would not want to wind up going through the entire final dungeon and wind up not finding any save points simply because it was hidden. Don't ask me how I saw that. The wall just stood out somehow. I don't know how it stood out. Maybe it was flatter. I see another one. What? That chest is already open. Wait a second. Oh, so that's why the treasure chest was facing the other direction. You know, the funny thing is, I actually looked back here to see if I could spot a breakable wall, but I wasn't able to. Yeah, gotta go this way. Was that a shortcut? Did I miss another breakable wall by taking that shortcut? A potential shortcut, I guess. Oh well, I'll be coming back to the tunnel again. Unless there's another breakable wall somewhere that I haven't seen. I'll meet you back at the ancient temple. For real this time. Okay, I stopped off at Enith along the way. I wanted to ask something because I forgot to ask last time while I was talking to this guy. The sound effect that you hear when you talk to him. Now, my initial thought is that indicates it's somebody important or that he's given you a subquest. But what I'm wondering is that actually just him making a chirping sound since he's a bird? Or is that noise actually of significance somehow? Well, it isn't right now. Onward to the temple place. Oh hey, here in the ancient ruins in this long hallway before I reached the room where I found Lester. Apparently there is another hidden room. Well, it's a healing room. Wait, I don't want to heal. Do I really care about saving? What? Again, though, you wound up hiding a save point. Don't do that! Anyway, I'm not going to use a heal point because I actually want to be able to have a reason to use one of these healing herbs in case my inventory gets too full. And I'm not going to worry about saving because I just saved outside. Come to think of it, I can't remember. Was there a save point at the entrance to this place? Because this game has the save points presented with the assumption that you cannot save on the world map. So I kind of wonder if basically you come all the way to this dungeon and that's your only save point if you're lucky enough to find it. No, there had to have been a save point right at the entrance of the dungeon. Alright, so here we are back at the place where we fought the last boss. There's the first boss rather. There's the locked door. Quick glance around this room. I don't see any hidden passages. Anyway, while in Enith, I decided to Actually, I'm kind of curious. Does that have a description? A mysterious key lost from the ancient ruins. Okay. And because I went into the menu, I had to unlock it again. And again. What happens if I go into the menu after opening the door? No, I don't have to open it again. Well, that's strange. Anyway, while in Eneth, I wound up heading to the potion shop. It turns out that they sell elixirs there, so I traded in some herbs for elixirs. Now I'm stocked up on some good items, hopefully. And I'm finding even more just by finding in all these encounters. Now I'm really paranoid about breakable walls. If I ever make an RPG Maker 3 game, I'm definitely going to have some sort of clues up to show that there's breakable walls. Open the treasure chest. Magic armor. Wait, we already have that. Great, so it's probably something I'm going to wind up tossing. Instead of... In fact, my inventory's full now. That kind of sucks. So is there another breakable wall right behind it again? Nope. At least this one was across from the door, so you would think to check there. So one, the breakable wall has a special treasure chest, and the regular door has a regular chest. Does anybody else get the feeling that we're going to fight a mimic or something? Oh, a red elixir. I don't know what that does. Let's discard, a revival herb, I guess. Let's see. The red elixir can be found at that place too, Eneth. I decided to not get it because I didn't care to find out. A potion that can revive the fainted. Revives one party member. What? So they both do the same thing. At least by the description. So I guess at this point it's safe to assume that the revival herb heals you at half HP and the red elixir heals you at full. Or at the very least it heals more than whatever the revival elixir heals. Alright, we get an encounter. What sort of new enemies do we fight up here? Oh, it's just more demons. Whatever. By the way, just so you know how long I've been recording so far, compared to how much is edited out, I've been recording for an hour and 15 minutes at this point. Quite a lengthy bit of time. Which door should we choose? I'm gonna choose this door. I chose correctly! It's just a treasure chest. I'm gonna have to toss something again, aren't I? I'm gonna have to toss two things, aren't I? Gosh darn it. Alright, well, I'd really hate to toss these, because, you know, they're actually kind of useful, but... meh. It's too bad you can't put items back. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a healing herb so that I'm not throwing away items in whatever next item I'm getting. And in door number 2. Whatever happened to those game shows where you get to choose what's behind door number whatever? Not that I ever actually watched such a game show. I don't even know what game shows had you choose between doors. And I'm just reminding myself of Door the Game. That game was boring. Nope, that's not a breakable wall. That would suck if you had to break down walls in those game shows. Okay, so we got 2 doors again. I'll choose the same direction that I chose last time, and I chose correctly. How many items do I have? Actually, there's probably 2 items in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a magic herb. I need the extra MP anyway. Just watch, I'm gonna find one of those heal points soon. Blue elixir. So it was only 1 item. That's okay, the blue elixir is pretty good. Healing 50 HP. That's actually pretty useful. Especially compared to the healing spell. Oh, here we got the boss door. And what do we find inside? We find... I think this is the top floor. Yes, this is it. I can feel the presence of an energy far greater than what we encountered in here last time. I'm sure this is the source I was searching for when I came here earlier. No, you were searching for the source of the sun blockage, and obviously we got rid of that guy. What is it doing? Is it attacking? Here it comes. It's unlocking doors. And then you have the cutscene end, and then go into the battle. What? Will you choose a boss theme and stick with it? We just used up all the battle themes. What are you going to use for the final boss? Chaos Cloud. So if we get rid of this guy, we'll get rid of the fog most likely. Oh, that's a great way of starting off this fight. Gives me a chance to buff up. Guardian Force. I'll use it on Lester first because he tends to be weaker. Magic defense up. Well, I was hoping for physical defense, but whatever. That guy probably knows a few powerful spells. And then we use it on Hrothgar. I can't remember if this sort of spell has a time limit. I guess we'll know if the character stopped glowing. And he's defending. Screw your defense, I'm going to break through it. Haha, so that does break through defending, and we slowed him down now. This battle's going to be a cakewalk. Enemy AI in RPG Maker 3 is kind of not very good. You got enemies who tend to defend, you got enemies who tend to use their weaker attacks instead of trying to use their more powerful ones. According to Smurf, that last boss had an attack that we didn't get to see. And he's still defending. Also, I noticed that, or you can notice that, he took his turn in the middle of the bars. Since he slowed down, obviously that is going to affect turn order just a tad bit. Probably not by a whole lot. It's still basically the exact same turn order as before. It all depends on how long slow lasts. It might come to a point where we get an extra turn. In fact, I think we just did get an extra turn. You know, I'm tempted to start defending just so we can see what attacks this guy has. Because while he's defending, we can't even tell if he's close to dying. Okay, now he's attacking. That kinda hurt, but no big deal. Actually, that is kind of a big deal because our healing items... Well, the blue elixir only heals 30. Well, I guess I don't have to use charge anymore. He's not weakened yet. I'll go ahead and hit him full force some more. You know, he's all sparkly and stuff. It's like we're looking into space. Like there's a dimension within his body. It's like a dimensional portal wearing a suit of armor. It actually reminds me of a boss, a quote-unquote boss from Paper Mario. Man, when you're slowed down, you're really slowed down. Nope, we're out of MP. I might as well heal more. I don't know which item heals MP. Was it yellow? Whatever. I'll save that for later. This guy doesn't seem to be too difficult yet. If it turns out he's causing a bit of issue, then I'll start considering healing MP and stuff. Okay, there's an attack that we might want to worry about. Ow. Right then. Blue elixir. No, wait. The blue elixir heals all of us. It was the green elixir that only heals 30 HP. Oh well. Why can't healing 52? Oh, I got it all mixed up. Oh yeah, I also have a holy water. I forget what that does. Oh wait, we found out what that does. Did we find out what that does? I forget. I might have forgotten to show it off. Anyway, I had it mixed up. The blue elixir, which heals both party members, only heals 30 HP to make up for the fact that you're healing both party members. The green elixir heals one party member for 50 HP. And the red elixir, I think that was revive. Well, as long as we got a couple revival items on us anyway, I'm gonna wait and see if Lester dies. He probably will. Why does Lester seem to get the blunt of the attacks here? I'm almost considering just sticking him into the back row, but if he's in the back row, he won't be able to use physical attacks, only regular attacks. That would get slightly annoying. Also, the beginning of that song is annoying. It sounds like the vocalists are in pain or something. Oh, and just because the song decided to loop, we get to hear that part all over again right now. 40... do I care? No. He's probably about dead anyway. Well, he probably would help if we didn't miss. But it's not like we gain experience from these fights. So if somebody is dead at the end of a fight, oh well. Oh, it's over anyway. It's a good thing I didn't bother healing, because that would have been a wasted turn. That was kind of hard, but still fun. Escape ring? Ooh, that sounds interesting. But I also have to check out the holy water. I think the fog is clearing up. How can you tell? In defeating this chaos, it appears that we've broken the curse of the fog. So it seems. I suppose then that there's no hurry to get to Sant'Arte. There isn't? Oh, I guess maybe we were planning to go to Sant'Arte in order to find out what's up with the fog. But we're going to have to go there eventually anyway. Despite dispelling the fog, I think the king in Sant'Arte could still provide adequate guidance. It may still be worthwhile to visit the city. Hrothgar, you do care about this, don't you? No, it's just, you know, might as well. I mean, we got nothing else to do. Whoa, what's gotten into you? Come on, Hrothgar, you're right. We should make our way to Sant'Arte. Let's find out what the king knows. And we're healed. Let's check those items real quick. First off, we got the escape ring. A magical ring that allows the wearer to escape from common enemies. I'm still not sure what luck does. So what I'm going to do is give that to him. What does the holy water do? Oh yeah, that's a nice one. The water of life heals 100 HP on a single person. But still, that's a lot. So let's give you that. it'll lower our luck, but whatever. It'll mean that we can escape from any battle, except boss battles, of course, with no difficulty whatsoever. So is there any secrets in this room? Probably not. Alright, I'll meet you back down at the entrance. Actually, let's go ahead and get into an encounter real quick and find out what it is like to use the escape ring. Because we haven't shown it what it's like to escape from a battle yet. Not in this game anyway. We did in the Ronin story. Also, I think the main character from a Ronin story was named Akira. Which is, thinking on it, is kind of a generic name. I'm seeing invisible walls everywhere. Not invisible walls. Breakable walls. It's like, is that an unbreakable wall? No, I guess it isn't. That one is. I don't know, can you tell the difference between this wall and the wall around it? I'm telling you, these things just do not stand out much. I mean, if you're paying attention, yeah, you might notice a difference. But it's so subtle. You really need to have some sort of clue that they're there. Are we going to fight any enemies? Hold on, let me check that item again. Escape. Well, it's not a ring that makes it so you don't encounter enemies. Not that I'm complaining, it's just that, hey, I want to show off escaping from battle, and all of a sudden it decides, no more battles for you. Whatever, I'll meet you outside. And then the encounter ratio hits me at full force. I must say, as nice as the escape ring is, as long as I have to head back out of the dungeon anyway, would have been nice had I been just teleported outside. Anyway, as you can see, as soon as it reloads the map, because apparently I was in the menu so long that it forgot what it was like on the world map. Next time, well, yeah, anyway, fog's gone. We have solar flare, lens flare, whatever. Solar flare would probably be really blinding for the screen. Anyway, next time we're going to do the castle again. Since I already went through the tunnel, I'll just meet you back at the castle at the start of the next episode. However, before we end this episode, there's one other thing that I want to bring up. Now, the past couple episodes, I was mentioning how when we exited the first dungeon after bringing back the day and breaking the curse, mentioning it how it wasn't immediately daytime, Smurf commented to me saying that that he figured that there is no way to change the time of day without making it frozen. Actually, there is. If you go into Control and Modify Time, you can choose the exact time of day to change the time to. It does not make time freeze. I tried it. So all you had to do was unfreeze time and then use this option, and then when we exit the ruins after defeating that first boss, it would already be daytime. And now you know. That's the end of the episode. Next time we're going to the castle, but coming up next, it's more Mario's Amazing Adventure, where things start getting kind of difficult.